Hello, and welcome back to the Paper Soprano podcast. Oh, where we do not edit anything and we don't care about the actual product quality. We just came here to have a chat, and that's it, and that's okay because that was our goal from the start. So, how's it going, you guys? How's life? I honestly am really looking forward to potentially moving this to Twitch so that I could actually talk to people. Like, I love having guests, but most of the time I can't have guests every day, mainly because I can't predict when I'm going to record this. Like, I literally don't know when I'm going to sit down and record it. Right now it's about 8:30. So, that's when I finish with my day. But sometimes it's not 8:30. Sometimes it's a little bit different. Sometimes it's, 2 in the afternoon. Sometimes it's 5 in the morning. So it's not ideal for me to have guests all the time, even though I wish I could, because that's like my ideal podcast is like guests every day. But yeah, oh my god, I just remembered I wrote down some things today that were really just grinding my gears. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to tell this to the pod, because who else wants to know other than you 12 people. I hope that you enjoy these things that I hate. Hold on, let me go get that sticky note. Oh, God. So, I wrote these things down, literally on a sticky note, when I was at my office today in the morning, and it's entitled Things I Hate. Chapter 1. Number 1, here we go. Unsalted sidewalks. Okay? Listen, I don't know if global warming needs to happen more for people to just understand how to deal with snow. Like if it takes a bunch of storms and y'all are just struggling left and right, if that's what it's gonna take for I don't know, parks and recreation departments to figure it out with the snow stuff. Oh, God. Let me know who controls the snow management. It might be all independent contractors. In that case, I can't blame you, because that must be really hard to manage. I don't know how snow management works. Is it a town thing? How do people do it? Because I personally am from a town called Buffalo, New York, that deals with quite a bit of snow, and I feel as though I've been lied to, in a way, by how easy it is to take care of all of this snow, or maybe it's just because Buffalo has such a, spot-on process on how to... They've really finessed, is what I'm trying to say, over the years of snow. Also, I don't know if anybody else has heard of this. The other day I was talking about the blizzard of 77 with someone who was not from Buffalo, and they had no idea what I was talking about. Do other people from other places not know what the blizzard of 77 was? Because if you don't know what it is, you should look it up. I thought it was a historic event, but maybe not. Okay. So yeah, I hate unsalted sidewalks because I was walking today and there was no reason. There was absolutely no reason for me to slip and fall today. But guess who did? Me, girl. And yes, it was in front of a bunch of people. And I did fall forward, I fell on my hands, so I didn't totally wipe out. I was kind of as if you were touching your toes, that's the position I ended up in. But listen, I work on a college campus, and these things need to be taken care of. I am so in disbelief about this. How could it possibly be that I slipped and fell on a college campus? Where's my tuition? Where's my scholarship money for that? Isn't it just unspoken truth that if you get injured on a college campus, free tuition? Or if you get hit by one of the school buses? Or one of the school vehicles? One of those golf carts that whiz around 80 miles an hour? I don't even know how they go that fast. Anyway, so yeah, that's something that I hate. Next thing that I hate is I wrote loud as hell power flushing toilets. Okay, just let that one sink in. No pun intended. Let that one just really sit with you for a second. Think to yourself, when has this ever been necessary? Why on earth are these toilets in public bathrooms like so loud that I'm legitimately aware of the fact that my hearing could be damaged? Like, I think about that and I'm like, oh, that was super loud. Like, so loud so that I'm like, man, I should really protect my hearing. Like, they're so loud. I plug my ears for a lot of things. Like, I'm very sensitive to sounds. But you better believe I am straight up plugging both ears when I'm flushing one of those power flushing toilets. And don't even get me started on those freaking hand dryers. Those, like, I don't even know what you want to feel the power. I see that sticker in my brain. Feel the power sticker on top of or on the bottom of one of those stupid supersonic hand dryers. Get out of here. Get out of my life. I want the ones that you could like turn the silver nozzle thing that pushes all the air out, turn that whole thing upside down. Like, I want one of those crappy ones that you press like 100 times and you know you're blow drying your hair after first period gym class because they make you swim in gym class first period for some crazy reason. I want one of those hand dryers. Where did the medium volume hand dryers go? Why do we have to feel the power? Why? And it moves your skin all around. You put your hand up there and it moves your skin all around. You look like an alien. Oh, something that I hate. Okay, another one here. This is a rude one. Something that I'm very offended by, which I think a lot of us have recently come to be offended by. Specific Facebook apps, or ads for apps. Specific Facebook ads that you'll see for apps, not just any apps though, Facebook dating apps. I'm sorry. A Facebook dating app? Really? Really? Mark Zuckerberg, you think that's what we need? You think that's what we want? You think that's what these people that you're dealing with in 2021 we want a Facebook dating app? This, if anything, has shown me that maybe it's time that Facebook dies for millennials. I don't know. I mean, I'm on the cusp of like millennial and Gen Z, but like that is the cringiest shit I've ever seen. A Facebook dating app? Get a grip. Get a grip on your life and stop advertising it to me. Jesus. Like, it's so disgusting and I'm so turned off by it. Like, every time I see it, I'm like, I like report it. I report it as spam. Like, I hate it. Like, I just cannot. Ugh, disgusting. Can you imagine meeting someone and being like, yeah, we met on the Facebook dating app? Like, I would rather say I met on farmersonly.com. I would rather say that I met on, like, OkCupid or something than I would say we met on the Facebook dating app. Get away from me, you serial killer. That's what I would say to someone who said, yeah, we met on the Facebook dating app. Okay, so are you guys gonna like invite me into your house and like cut me up and put me in your freezer? Because that's the logical progression from there. Okay? Ugh, good God. Oh my God. Okay, another one that I hate. Here we go. I'm just rolling out the hits today. This one, okay, male versus female, like standard binary, whatever, male versus female, expectations for email correspondence. Okay? Think about that. If you are a male, you have a very specific way of denoting an email. If you're a straight, cisgendered, probably white male, okay? You are just like allowed, for some reason, to send me one-word emails. Or maybe if I'm lucky, a complete sentence with like no greeting, no like sincerely, none of that. None of that stuff. You're just like, thanks, period. Or like, okay, no, period. And then me, trying to conform to society as I do in the corporate workplace, your girl sends like a whole freaking like 1800s penned postcard that I'm like, hello, you know, Frank. Thank you so much for this. I really appreciate it. And I hope that in the future, if there's anything else I can do, you'll let me know. All best, Heidi Schneider. And, it just kind of sucks when you put in the time. And, like, granted, I'm sitting at a desk. I have time to do it, whatever. I have, standards for myself, whatever. But, like, when you put in the effort, gosh darn it, it would be nice sometimes to get something back in return and not just, like, got it, period. Thanks. Oh my god. So that's something I hate. Anyway, also another thing in the corporate realm. I don't understand how we are still dealing with printer jams in the year 2021. How on this great earth are we still frustrated and perplexed by the fact that a piece of paper will inevitably get stuck in a printer and we're gonna have to deal with it and not know how to fix it, and even the people who think they know how to fix it sometimes are just like, yeah, did you try turning it on and turning it back off again? Did you try taking the paper jam out and printing it again? Are you kidding me? It is 2021. It is the year 2000 plus 21 years after that. Can you imagine the first guy, like, who was it? Like, Johann Gutenberg or something? Like, making the printing press back in, like, freaking, I don't know, the 1700s? Fact check me on that. I do not know when the printing press was made. But, like, imagine him being like, yeah, like, this is all gonna get, real good in the next, couple decades. It's gonna get real finessed. And then, like, the dudes who made, big old interpretations of that, and then they made it electric, and it was all electronic, and they were like, yeah, killing it, crushing it. They're printing out newspapers, they're printing out pamphlets, things for people to read, books, all these things. And now, here we sit, hundreds of years past, or who knows, I don't know if it's hundreds, but definitely decades, perhaps centuries, have passed. And in the year 2021, at a university, we still are perplexed by the simple paper jam. Someone is paying an unfathomable amount of money for these people who created the printing press, or whatever. The inventors of the printer are like, these collegiate students, yeah, they're probably trying really hard. Or anybody who's, in an office or at home trying to print something, yeah, I'm sure they're trying really hard and stuff. But, like, let's, like, not optimize the mechanics of this. Or let's just, do the bare minimum. Why are we doing the bare minimum? Is it just a bad printer that we have? I don't know. But I cannot with paper jams, okay? I just don't understand. I feel like maybe our parents, like, if somebody's listening to this and you had, like, a desk job in the 80s, let me know if this triggers you, okay? Because I feel like it probably does. Because I can imagine that in the 80s, printers were probably a lot worse. Or maybe they're just the same printers from the 80s and they were the same. Who knows? Oh, God. Anyway, people, as I said before, it is almost 9 o'clock, and that is my bedtime. And I have actually been awake and kicking since like 5 in the morning today because I had to be at work at 6:30 a.m. And I taught 3 lessons today. I had a night class. I was at work for 6 hours. And I think I need to make some soup. Okay? And I was thinking to myself, I was like, I could like make soup and do the podcast, but I think I just need to be silent. I think I need to be quiet making this soup. I think I need to like stare into an abyss of soup. If you know what I'm saying. I really appreciate you all listening to this. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna title this episode, but I hope you all will see it and know that I mean well with these things that I hate. I just hope that maybe some people hate them too. And if you do, let me know about it in the comments, because I would literally love to read, like genuinely love to read about things that you hate. There's another podcast that I listen to. It's a really good one. If you're interested in like funny podcasts, like, ironic, funny, just really good content. Matt Belisai has a podcast. Oh God, I want to say. Now I have to look up the name of it. I don't think it has something to do with alcohol. Oh, it's Unhappy Hour. Unhappy Hour. Matt Belisai. Matt Belisai, Unhappy Hour. Really good podcast. Barry Finkel is also on it. That's the producer, I believe. She's very funny as well. They have a very funny relationship. Your classic, like, gay guy, straight female relationship. We love that. We're living. And they just kill me. So if you're looking for another, like, we hate stuff podcast, they have guests all the time, and literally the first question that they ask their guests, which I believe I was trying to do a couple episodes ago, the question is, what do you hate that everybody else loves? And I just find that question really brings people together, okay? Great question. Excellent question, okay? Let me just stomp on all your things that you like real quick, right at the beginning. Let me assert my dominance for the things that I hate. Oh my god, okay, so I need to exit. I need to go. I need soup, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this podcast. If you did, you can subscribe. You can hit the bell notification if you want. If you're so compelled, you can leave me a comment, or you can like this episode, whatever you feel so inclined to do. I really appreciate you listening. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night whenever you happen to be listening to this episode. And, I hope you weren't too offended by my things that I hate. But if you are, maybe you should talk to somebody about it, because it's just like toilets and printers and stuff. So chill out. Alright, people. I love you, mean it. I will see you tomorrow. Bye. And now I'm gonna awkwardly move up here because I'm in a different spot and I gotta press stop. For real. I also just realized that I didn't read you anything from our book. And don't worry, we'll do it tomorrow. There's no rules here. I'm in charge, okay? Love you, mean it. Goodbye. Soup time.